I shouldn't be asking this question, but I gave it thought and I said to myself, you know what, I'm gonna do a video on this because, as usual, I mean, Manchester United is a very big fan base, very big fan base, and we're like the only major fan base of a major club in world football that is very different, that is very opinionated. We have different opinions on certain stuff in relation to players, the status of the manager, whether you want to keep him or let him go, or you're on the fence. There's not much clubs that are very divided like us. Like a large portion of our fans want the keeper, as if Onan is a manager, wants the manager Erik Ten Hag to stay, and there's another large portion that wants him to go, and there's shades of grey in the middle that say, I want to see how things go first. I might give him a few more weeks. I might give him a couple more months. Is me. I want to see if he can actually turn this cartwheel around. Can he turn it back in his favor? Can he turn back? Can he rejuvenate Manchester United back to the club that we once were? Of course, that's out of question given that the Glazers is here, so we're not going back to how things were. But in terms of football sense, the style of play, will it improve? I've been listening to some live streams on YouTube by Manchester United related media accounts. And they're giving their account on the status of the manager. And some of them are actually not Erik Ten Hag out. Some of them, not in all of them, but there's a decent portion that doesn't want him out. And this provoked this video because I'm saying to myself, you got a point there. Because, of course, it's easy when things are not going our way as Manchester United fans. And we've seen that our club is deteriorating football-wise. It's like losing a brain cell. You lose a brain cell, you become dumber. You lose a brain cell, you become, you don't remember stuff. You lose a brain cell, you don't even remember your first name. So it's like this process that we are suffering from. We lose a game, or morality is shot. We have shot morality. We don't have confidence. With this drama in the dressing room, Sancho and Eric versus everything. This is like a wrestling match right now. Psychological wrestling match anyway. All of these type of things is like us. We're not getting any better football wise. Plus all of this circus drama. But the question still stands. Does Erik Ten Hag deserve to have enough time? Should he give him more chance? I can't even ask a question. Does Erik Ten Hag deserve more time at Manchester United? Let me simply put it like that. Does he deserve more chance to turn it around? And let me say this, I'm Erik Ten Hag out, but to play devil's advocate, to get some of you guys' opinions, are you guys Erik Ten Hag out? And if you guys are not Erik Ten Hag out, would you give him more time to turn around the boss? Would you give him enough time for the squad, for him to build his squad? Because the premise some of these persons are coming from is that you look at Arteta. Arteta came 8th, I think, twice, or in 12, I believe, one time with Arsenal. And they came both 5th the season before last season, and they came 2nd. Some persons believe that was progress. Some people believe that was progress. Arteta won an FA Cup. He won a couple of community shields, which is not really warranted of a big club, but I know persons that praise the community shield and praise it like it's a god or something, so they think that's a trophy. But some Arsenal fans are saying, yo, where are we going with this manager? Yes, we have gone to 2nd place last year where we should have won the league, but if we seen that he has had at least 4 years to build the squad that he wanted, get the players that he wanted, implement the self-play that he wanted his players to portray on the football pitch, and still hasn't won a Premier League trophy, hasn't gone deep in the Champions League, is this manager worth keeping? Bring it back to Manchester United. This is Erik Ten Hag's second full season. Second full season, mean that, well, we don't know if he's gonna get sacked. Probably get sacked, but we'll see. But right now, does he need more time? to bring forth his Manchester United thoughts into action and into reality on the football pitch. This is because some persons were saying on the live stream, again, the thoughts of those Manchester United fans provoked this video I'm doing right now. Some of them are saying that Erik Ten Hag wants to play his style of play, wants to play the style of play that he used to play at Ajax. Whatever that style of play was, possession based, pressing, this and that from the front, is me. But the downside is that he doesn't have the players to accurately execute, is me, what he wants these players on the football pitch. I've said in my last couple of videos, man, he got Mason Mount. He wanted Mason Mount. Just because Chelsea was selling Mason Mount, it doesn't mean that, Erik Ten Hag just got him to get him. There's a reason why Erik Ten Hag wanted Mason Mount. And when Erik Ten Hag was wanting of this guy, this brethren from Chelsea, this unwanted brethren from Chelsea didn't want him because he had a bad season at Chelsea. And Chelsea was looking to regroup, reconstruct their club, getting new players in. So they didn't want Mason Mount. I found it weird that Erik Ten Hag was interested in a player like Mason Mount. What you want Mason Mount for? What you go use Mason Mount for? But he got Mason Mount. I didn't want Mason Mount at Manchester United. So when you got that signing, okay, that's a sign of his. Second, last season, he got Anthony. Anthony's his signing. And he's not working out. You got Martinez. Martinez, yeah, he had you could say, an above average season in his first season for Manchester United, but he's injured now. It's me. So you go say Martinez is like a significant player that is missed due to a lengthy period of injury, and he's the reason why his style of play is not portrayed at Manchester United. You got Amrabat, and a defensive midfield that you wanted to lock. Is like more like an alternative because you didn't get your beloved Frenkie de Jong. So you wanted Amrabat, but Amrabat is clearly not the profile player that Frenkie de Jong is. Because Frenkie de Jong from deep can unlock defenses. Frenkie de Jong is a ball carrier from deep, and he can also cover. You could say Frenkie de Jong is what Toni Kroos was for Real Madrid in 2015. Playing deep, long balls. And he's, even to this day, he's still doing it, but you don't have the legs for that. Is me? So, yeah, man. So, again, man, I lost my train of thought. That's one thing you shouldn't do as a YouTube podcast. Lose a train of thought. So yeah, basically, yeah, he's signing. So you get Amrabat. That's like what? Second field, you didn't get Frenkie de Jong, so you get Amrabat. So you have to go second for Amrabat. You get Reguilón. I would say that's a sign of yours. So what's up? You got Højlund. Højlund not working out. Yeah, he's 20 years old, but he's not working out right now, at least not in the Premier League. He's like a goal scoring virgin right now in the Premier League. He has no goals. So those are his signings, but they're not proven to be beneficial to what we're seeing on the football pitch. But in spite of all that, in spite of their late coming ups or them not being in form right now, should Erik Ten Hag be given more time at Manchester United? If the answer is yes, consider this right now. If you say he should be given more if you say he should be given more time at Manchester United, consider the resources this Virgin is going to use in transfer window. This Virgin will spend $400 million on the signings I just mentioned. And you say you're saying that his style of play is not working out. So you go give this guy another $400 million in the transfer market. January transfer market coming up. Definitely the club is going to spend money in the summer. That's what we do. That's what any top tier club do. Is me. To refine, to bolster the squad. So should Erik Ten Hag be given more time to reinvigorate his side to his liking, so that this side can profit and benefit both the fans if the football is appeasing? Because that's our problem, basically. We're not playing no good football, man. We're treating football as if like it's not second nature, like it's is me like we have to get used to it or something like you have to get used to it after a couple of weeks. These are footballers that have been playing football since a man in mama's breast. But when they come to Manchester United, they make as if football is like a foreign language. Like they can't understand, they can't speak it. So what is the problem here? Because we have been signing the good players over the years, ever since LVG, and they haven't worked out. So what's the problem? LVG had a style of play, but it was possession based, and it was it's not that we had a problem not keeping the ball. We were keeping the ball a lot. It's just that we were not scoring enough goals. That's why we had a lot of draws under LVG. And you could say you could argue that LVG needed more time to get his players. Look at the players that LVG got in his first season. Falco on loan. This is not a prime Falco, but this was a Falco with the reputation of scoring goals. Even though he had a lengthy leg break, I think he tore something his ACL or something and came back from it. But he was still a goal scorer. He had the potential of still scoring goals. He got who else? He got Di Maria. This is a Di Maria in his prime. This is a Di Maria that he got from Real Madrid. They're arguably their best player in the 2013-2014 season. And this Belgian go break his back to come join Manchester United, only to not be playing at the top tier football that he once played at Real Madrid. We look at Schweinsteiger. We got Schweinsteiger under LVG in his second season. We got Depay. So it's not like we couldn't get any good signings. So you could see what LVG was trying to, trying to implement. Although he started with this 5 at the back, which I wasn't fond of. He played Antonio Valencia as a right wing back. We had to move. We had to remove. And I mean, sometimes he played left back, but Daily Blind wasn't so effective. This is the Premier League, dude. This is not World Cup or no. So if you go play a guy like Daily Blind on left back, he's gonna get smoked. He's gonna get cooked. So sometimes he would drop in defense in the defensive midfield area, I should say. Sorry. But of course, having a left-footed defensive midfield, that's like odd. That's handicap like football. So that's if you're right there. So, but you could argue that LVG deserved more time. But seeing that Jose Mourinho was available, Manchester United sacked LVG after freshly winning an FA Cup and appointed Jose Mourinho. Now Jose Mourinho got 3 years. From the summer of 2016 to December of 2019. Let's evaluate. In his first season, he got Henrik Mkhitaryan, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. These were players that were doing good for their clubs. Now, Zlatan was in the Zlatan of 2004 to 2016, at least. This Bridging has a longevity in football, But he could still score goals. And he joined Jose Mourinho because Jose Mourinho was his manager at Inter Milan. So he go join back Jose Mourinho at Manchester United. Prodigal son moment, right? So that's Zlatan, Henrik Mkhitaryan. You got Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, just coming from Juventus. Going back to sign with his old boyhood club. This is this is where Pogba was Pogba. From Juventus, from the old ladies, we go sign Pogba for 110 million or whatever the transfer fee was. So you could see clearly what Jose Mourinho was trying to implement. On one side, he wanted a ready-made striker that could guarantee him at least 20 goals in the Premier League. Because Jose Mourinho isn't a manager to mess around with. When he comes to a club, he's not looking for longevity, he's looking for stability. This is why he signed the young with the old. Pogba for right now and the future. Mkhitaryan for now and the future. Eric Bailly for now and the future. Zlatan for now. He wanted to at least get top 4 with the squad that he had. And even the signings he made at the time wasn't strong enough. The squad, even with all of that, the squad wasn't strong enough to match to the levels of Manchester City. You see me? And that wasn't a prime Man City then. But City had the quality players and the style of play that could beat Manchester United on their day. Yeah. So even the signings that we made, but we fell short still. Man City, I don't remember where Man City. I think Man City got 4th place that season when Pep Guardiola came in. You don't think person were saying, I mean, this guy, he made his bones at Barcelona. He won them the treble. You see me? He even won 6 trophies in 1 year. Talk about unbelievable. That's unbelievable. He made Messi into a false 9. I mean, that was like the best Messi the Galaxy has ever seen. I mean, he made Messi score like 72 goals in one season, 91 in a calendar year. Man, that's impressive. He went to Bayern Munich. Yeah, they won the league. I mean, hell, I could win the league if I was a blind guy. I could have won the league, but I mean, I could see what he was trying to do. But God say, Mario Götze, one of the most, looked upon prospects in world football, didn't benefit under this guy. What's up with Mario Götze? I thought Pep Guardiola is known for developing young talent. What's up with Götze? Why is it that Götze couldn't suit the system that Pep Guardiola was implementing at Bayern Munich? Götze was playing in midfield. Götze was playing on the right. Götze was playing on the left hand side. Götze was playing as false 9. Götze was trying to play as striker. Nothing worked for this guy. What's this guy up to? What's this guy good at? You see me? And then you go, send off to back to Dortmund or whatever. You see me? So person may ask, well, he didn't do really good at Bayern Munich, but I saw that he was trying to build a style of play. I see what he was trying to do. He was there up until 2016. 2016, he left Bayern 2016, went to Manchester City. Some City fans may say, yo, he came 4th with Man City in his first season. Let's see what this guy's up to. Boom, the next season, they won the league. They got over 100 points. De Bruyne got a lot of assists and goals. Aguero got a lot of goals. Leroy Sané was playing ball. Sterling was playing ball. Who else was playing ball? Bernardo Silva was playing ball. Mahrez in 2018. Mahrez was playing ball. They signed Laporte in 2018. Laporte was playing ball in defense. So they were established. They were always improving. You could see the self-play of Man City. Now, bringing this full circle back to Manchester United. Jose Mourinho hasn't had a consistent style of play. He was given time. Again, he made good signings. He signed Lukaku the following season because of the long-term injury that Zlatan Ibrahimovic got in the Europa League against, I believe it was Celta Vigo at home or something, I can't remember. It was a very devastating injury. But we got Lukaku, we're linked to Morata or Lukaku. I would have preferred Morata, but Morata went off to Chelsea. And yeah, so my point is this, bro. Time is needed for a manager to blossom. See? Time is needed for a manager to blossom so that they can, show what they're about with the squad that they have. Because some persons are not buying into this giving time to Erik Ten Hag shit. They just not. They don't want to give him time. They just don't want to give him time. They believe that if we give this bridging time at Manchester United, he's going to, number one, waste the resources on dead players that other clubs wouldn't even sniff their nose upon, even let alone look on. So why keep this guy? This guy is getting bottom of the barrel players. He's getting second hand. He's not getting his. And this is not an excuse for the failure right now of Erik Ten Hag out. But he's not been getting his priority players. Frankie de Jong is his priority player. He wanted Frankie de Jong. I think he would have sold his left foot to get Frankie de Jong. But of course, if you're a manager, you need to be up on the byline, so you're gonna need both of your foot them, right? I believe he wanted Hurricane, but I don't think Hurricane didn't. I don't think. I mean, he could have come to Manchester United, but would he have played for this manager? Who else? He was like a major sign and he didn't get, but he had to sickle. I can't remember. He didn't sign Sancho. Sancho was an only sign. Well, I would say Sancho was like a club signing. You see me? Because we wanted Sancho since 2020 and we got him in 2021. But one of the main reasons why I don't want this guy to stay at Manchester United is this, and to give him more time is this. Dude, this Virgin has not been here for 3 years. It's been for 2 years now. Hold on. 1 year, about 19 months, because it's November now. About 19 months. Look at the amount of players he's falling out of favor with. Ronaldo, in his first season, good day. I mean, he didn't. Ronaldo wasn't, a player Erik Ten Hag looked upon as, oh, this guy's gonna suit my system. He knew that Ronaldo wouldn't suit his system. And so Ronaldo has a fragile ego, because if you go put him on the bench, given his competitive nature, he's gonna moan about it. He's not going to feel good about that. He's going to take great offense to that, despite this guy's being like 36 at the time or 37, but he wants to play like a 26, 27-year-old in his prime, and he didn't like that. Get take off at the 68th minute because he was washed, man. He was washed. Like, just washed out with Febreze, man. Just washed out. He wasn't a good player with his feet, so he couldn't meet the criteria, the expectations of Erik Ten Hag as his number 9. That's why at the time I said Martial, if he kept himself fit and full, would have been the ideal book, the bookmark, not the book, the textbook striker to suit his system. Link play. He's good in possession. He can play with his back to goal. He's definitely a goal scoring striker. He can link play. He can pass. He can shoot. He can dribble, and he's not slow. You see me? So that's like, I believe at the time that was the ideal striker to suit Erik Ten Hag's system. System. But me looking at it right now, Martial is very inconsistent with his injuries. Donny van de Beek hasn't get a sniff under this guy, really. And this guy was a player at Ajax. So what's up there? What's the problem? I thought this guy suited the system. You don't want to play this guy now? Isn't he a part of a system? Does he know this virgin is not German? He's from Holland. He knows Holland football, Dutch football. That's the problem. But the problem is this. Why is he on the bench? This is one of your players. Why is he on the bench? Why is he not playing? So that's one of my big concerns with this manager. This is one of the pet peeves of mine. That's why I don't want to keep this guy at Manchester United, because when it comes down to management/player management, he's not as competent as I'm seeing it. He doesn't tick that box for me. He doesn't. He looks like a very incompetent manager when it comes down to managing players. And when it comes down to like substitutions, he's very stubborn, man. Stubbornness is like one of those things as a manager can make and break you. And if you go stick on this high horse of yours, thinking that you're going to succeed at this club being stubborn, you have a long way coming. Like I usually say, man, you're going to a street called nowhere fast, and you're going to get your sack. Because if you believe that Mason Mount, players like Mason Mount, Anthony, not Martial, Anthony, you see me, this guy that he brought from Brazil, that used to play under a system, but he's not doing nothing on the right wing. So what are you talking about? You've got money to sign this guy. 90 mil for this guy you sign. and he's not working out. This guy. What's up? What's the problem? Maybe I'm not seeing the light here. What's going on? It's me. So that's one of my biggest issues. It's not because I don't think he can turn it around. Maybe he can, but when it comes on to man management, not falling out of players. Oh, I went on this long tangent. Yes, this bridging will fall out with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo forced a move. He deliberately forced a move. Secondly, you fell out with Sancho. They throw Sancho under the bus talking about this guy. See, this gaslighting tactic of yours, you can look the wool over a lot of Manchester United naive eyes, but for me, I'm woke, bro. You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me. I'm a very woke brother. So that gaslighting you're trying to do in trying to put this young guy under the bus that didn't play in the loss against Arsenal on the 3rd of September, you try to scapegoat him. You try to put the heat on him. You're trying to hang him out to dry or something like he's like a wet, box of clothes, like you want the clothes to dry. So you go hang him way up in the sun so he can dry off. But how did that work for you? You go drop Sancho, you fall out with Sancho. Again, you have this guy Exile, like, he's way, like, away, like, miles away from the squad. He's not getting no game time. You treat this guy like King David, not getting, like, he's exile. Listen to me. He's exiled. He's not getting no game time, nothing. As some would say, he's not even seeing the canteen with his guys eating. And this guy not getting no game. But still, what's the benefit of all that? Nothing has improved. There's no resolution to the problem. There's just this dense tension of beef and hatred. It is hatred. You don't like the player. You don't like the player that you play. Hell, you might not even like the player alone. You may not like Sancho as a person because the guy didn't apologize to you. What's the apology for? He thought he was done wrong. He thought you hung him out to dry for an excuse of your own doing as to why he didn't win against Arsenal on the 3rd of September at the Emirates Stadium. So you think he's going to say sorry for that? He's not going to say sorry for that. Are you crazy? So that's like my big problem as to why I don't want to keep this guy. Am I saying he's the worst manager in the world? I'm not saying that. Now, currently, if you want to talk about currently talking, I ain't going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree with that. But I'm not going to say he's like the worst manager to fall on planet Earth out of the sky. It's me. But what I'm saying is that I have strong feelings that if we keep this guy, if we give him the time of an Arteta, is this guy going to turn around the wheel? Is this guy going to be, hold on, is this guy going to waste all the resources? It's me. He's just not it, man. He's just, I mean, hey, man, I'm not saying, hey, some persons go still want this guy in, not because they want him in really, but they don't want to go, it's like they don't want to, I mean, it's hard to explain, but it's like they don't want to exercise this cycling of managers. Oh, he's not worked out in 4 years, so you go sack him. Same thing with Ole. Ole was appointed after Jose Mourinho in the latter end of 2019 to 2021. That is about 2 years. So it wasn't 4 years. Yeah, Ole came in as a permanent manager in 2019-2020 season. But he got the sack in November this month of 2021 because he was incompetent as a manager. He was getting poor results. So he had to be sacked. Then an intern manager, Carrick, for a couple games, he went off to do what he wanted to do with his managerial career. Then Ralph Ragnick came in for the half of the season and then he sort off. He went off. I think every time he didn't want him to stay at the club as like a director of football or whatever. Look at how that is working for us right now. You see me? So I have a lot of questions that remains to be answered with when it relates to this manager. How, how again, bro? Again, I'm not saying he's like the worst manager to fall on planet Earth. I'm not saying that. But what I question is his man management skills. Is me. Because this toxicity, this atmosphere that he has that he has with Jadon Sancho and now Casemiro. Casemiro is like the third player that he's fallen out with. How is it that this guy supposedly was sick, supposedly was injured, and you go throw him into the bitter end of starting against who he started against? Newcastle, and he became captain. And you go take him off what? Was it halftime? No. But he was substituted before Hannibal. What's up with that? You don't think we needed more experience in midfield beside Hannibal? And Hannibal shouldn't even be playing. This guy should not be in for football, but that's a different story. I don't want to digress from the point I'm making, is me. The point I'm making is that he's falling out with players, and it's becoming more apparent as the days go on. Varane is like his latest victim now. Of all players, Rafael Varane, he's a quiet player. How you go fall with Rafael Varane? What has Rafael Varane to warrant to justify the reason as to why you're not playing him? Oh, it's tactical reasons. That's why I didn't play him against Man City. What? But you want to play Evans? You want to play Maguire instead of Varane? I want to say because Varane, you don't think Varane is going to play good as a left centre back. So that's why you didn't play Varane. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? If Varane played, yeah, we could have still lost, but I'm pretty sure that our defense would have improved and wouldn't have conceded those silly goals. The one that Foden scored. Horrendous. That shouldn't have scored, man. So, some person may look at it and say, you know what? Okay, I don't want to go through this cycle. It's like a hamster in this vestibule just running on that cardio. It's not even a cardio, so, but I mean, it could be used as cardio. But you know, on that wheel in the vestibule, that hamster, around the cycle of sucking players. Oh, he didn't work out for 2 years, just suck him. Didn't work for 4 years, just suck him. Didn't work for 3 years, just suck him. And there's there's just this. I mean, dude, you do it. Let me say this. I'm not so big. I don't know anything about sucking managers. It's me. I haven't been in that position. It's me. And hell, I would have liked to be in that position because some of these Glazers are very ballsy. They don't have no balls to go suck a manager properly, especially on the spot. What I'm saying is this. Sucking a manager takes a lot of money out of the club. This me. It takes a lot of money. That's why when releasing, it's better to sell a player than to release a player. Because when you release a player from the club, that player is getting the money that you're releasing them from. That you have to like literally give the player money before you release them. You can't just release them like that. So when you go sack a manager every 2 years, every 3 years, every 4 years, that's resources being pulled out of the club. You're milking the club from its money. You're making money from the club. Well, of course, Manchester United also make money anyway, given these multitude of revenues, different sponsors, different revenues of money. So they will always make money. But to suck a manager, given the wages that these managers are getting in today's football era, to go suck a manager like all this time, this is me playing devil's advocate. I'm not Erik Ten Hag in, I'm Erik Ten Hag out. But what I'm saying is that for the fans that are coming from the corner, from this perspective that sucking the manager won't solve anything, that's a decent point. That's why I say in my other video that sucking a manager, you can't just say you wanted. Okay, you can't just say, oh, I want Erik Ten Hag out. You have to have a solution, bro. Okay, you want Erik Ten Hag out. What's the solution? You can't just want this guy out. It means not like this pus that you remove. If you have this cancerous pus in your body, you remove it on your well and you can live until forever. It's not a cancerous pus. So if you remove the manager solely without any solution behind it, there is not going to be. I mean, yes, you remove the toxicity. Sancho may feel better, but the football won't improve. What is their solution? Which manager do you want that is available realistically to come to Manchester United at this moment of the season? Because apparently Erik Ten Hag out is going to get a Christmas dinner, a Christmas gift that he's not going to like. And it's going to come against Liverpool at Anfield. You understand? So these are the questions we have to be asking, man. Because it's funny, bro. Again, there's a lot of factions within this big fan base of ours. This fan base of ours have these different three branches of opinions. Some three branches of opinions are saying that they want to give him time. They want to give him leeway. They want to give him a grace period where he can turn the wheel around to reinvent himself as a manager. I'm coming from the perspective that, number one, this guy has had his players. I'm coming from the perspective that he's been given enough time to reinvent the wheel. Shout out to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Thirdly, I'm coming from the perspective that I don't think this guy is suitable when it comes down to management with certain players. He doesn't have the communication skills needed to connect with the players. You hear this guy in the press conference, it sounds like one of them radios from the 60s that you're trying to channel, you're trying to tune, but it's with this yik yak shh. You can't hear anything. It's like the communication is off. You're going to need personal skills, man. You can't be falling out with players like diamonds, like dominoes off a dinner table. It just don't make no sense. And who else are you going to fall out with? Marcus Rashford? Rashford is no good, is no world class player by any stretch of the imagination. But in the delusional world of this club, Rashford is like Mbappe. What Mbappe is to PSG. So they want to treat Rashford as if he's Mbappe of PSG. So Rashford is like the big face of Manchester United. You go fall out with Rashford, you're going to fall out with the Glazers because this is their boy. This is like what you would say. No, I'm not so busy service, so you have to excuse me on that. But Rashford is like an embodiment of what the club represents. He's from the academy. He burst on the scene. He scored a couple goals in Europa League. He scored on his Premier League debut. He scored on his England debut. I think he scored on his Champions League debut as well. So he's a debutant, and he scored in his derby, Manchester City versus Manchester United derby. So they want to use him like the pinnacle of the club, like he's the face of the club. So if you go follow to Rashford, then we go have a problem. And I'm saying if everything falls out with Rashford, given that Rashford didn't play against, I think he played against Fulham, but he didn't start against Fulham. Seeing that Rashford didn't start against Fulham, and Rashford needed to be benched again because of his poor form. But is that going to affect the club? Not seeing Rashford start. It's me. So those are the points I'm coming from. Again, bro, I wanted this guy to succeed. This is me. I hear all this big talk in the press conference. So, I'm going to turn Manchester United around. I'm going to implement my self-play. It's me. And these players are going to portray the self-play that I want from them. It's been 18 months, bro. What are you talking about? What's this style of play you're talking about? Again, I've seen glimpses. I've seen what you're trying to implore on these players. But this is not consistent. And another thing, this is what tips it off now. This is like the bonus point. The bonus point as to why I don't want to keep this manager is because this guy compromises on the style of play that he doesn't show with the players. He's not imposing his style of play on the players. It's like he's treating the players like they're the manager. Hold on. And like he's the player. Like the players go tell him to play this style of play and he's gonna say, okay, sir, let's do it. That's what he's gonna say. They can't be doing that. No top manager does that, bro. You look at Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola implores his style of play on the players. Now, if the players don't fit, if the players are like a bag of beans that don't fit his system, they're going to get out. They're going to get sold. That's how it goes. So I think he's coming from the perspective that he's afraid to implore, to not implore, but to like put, stamp his self-play on the players and see who's the bad apples, who is the players that don't suit his system. And see, dude, that's not the mentality of the manager that I want at this club. For all of our faults, we're still Manchester United, one of the biggest club, if not the biggest club in the world. Enough story. It is me. But to have a manager of this mindset, compromising on your beliefs, compromising on your style of play, compromising, you see me, just because you don't believe the players are going to fit it. If the players don't fit it, let them go, sell them. There's a saying, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If it doesn't apply to the players that you have, sell them and get the players that do suit the system. That's what you do. Again, Klopp ain't breaking his back to compromise on his style of play for no football. I mean, him go sell Mane and he sold Firmino. He hasn't changed his style of play really to suit the players. He's gotten players that suit the system. Yes, Liverpool has emerged. Yes, they have evolved their football, but it's pretty much the same football they've been playing since 2016. Even more so in 2017, starting with 2017. So it's not like there is a big shift in the style of play. You look at Man City. Man City is still doing their thing since 2016. There's no change in that. No, there's nuanced differences. Yes, there's a few nuanced differences, but it's not nothing major. It's me. They're still doing what Man City has ever still done. That's not going to change. You look at Manchester United under Erik Ten Hag. He's compromising his style of play to suit the players. Look at that. Ain't that cute? That's cute. But dude, why are you doing that? They got your players, man. So aren't you supposed to be imposing? That's the word I've been missing. Imposing yourself play on the players. Why are you compromising for these players? Just because you don't want to show the F's on their great cards. You don't want to show the bad shades of their style, of their player profile. You don't want the fans to know that, okay, there's a lot of players that don't suit the system. Get rid of them. No, I'm not saying that it's easy like it's FIFA, like on FIFA career mode where you would sell the players, but look to get them sold. Look to get them sold. And if they're not getting sold, go drop them to the under 18 and won't play with the under 18 squad. That's what Mourinho did with Schweinsteiger. And I think LVG did that with Valdez. He can go drop Valdez with the youngsters. He didn't want Valdez. Is me. So I mean, yeah, man. There's different alternatives here. It's not like is me. It's not like it's an A or B situation. It's an A, B, C, D situation. There's different routes here. If the players don't suit the system, and I can help, and to be honest, there's a lot of players that would not suit a position-based system. Let's break into it, and I'm gonna finish this video because I've been going on for a long time right now. Let's start with Onana. Will Onana suit a position-based? Not really, because Onana plays the ball out with his feet. And a possession base is it starts with the keeper to pass the ball to the centre back. The centre back passes to the right back. The right back passes to the centre back, then to the defensive midfielder. The defensive midfielder tries to transition it into the attacking third. So there's no need for no long kicking goalkeeper that can play with his foot. Not really. So what's that sign about? That don't make no sense. Look at right back. Dalot can suit it. Not Wan-Bissaka really. Wan-Bissaka is not so good with his feet. Varane, I mean, he claimed that Varane is not the best playing centre back with the ball at his feet, but I mean, hell, you're gonna need a defender that can defend, right? And he's not the most aggressive defender, but that he's a good defender regardless. So you need players like this in your squad. Even if they don't play, you're gonna need players like this in your squad. Who else? Who else? Who else, man? I'm getting distracted. Luke Shaw won't suit a possession-based system. Regular might, who knows? Amrabat, maybe, but he's not the ideal player to start in that system. Casemiro, listen, man. Position based or not, I would start Casemiro anyhow. It don't even matter to me at this point. It's me. I would start him as a box to box. Yeah, I would start him as a box to box, as this Virgin has a sixth sense for goals. Who else? Ericsson would have suited a position based system, but this Virgin has no legs, man. This Virgin has no legs. And speaking of legs, Mason Mount wouldn't suit no position base. This Virgin is like a headless chicken running around in rings, man. This guy would suit a 100-meter race instead. Not a position based system. Mark Tomlin, we ain't even going there. So, Anthony, would he? Not really. Not really. He's not even good in possession, really, and he can't even attack his first man. He's afraid to stretch the right wing, man. Why are you trying to stinge the right wing? Stretch the right wing like elastic band, man. Stretch it. Bruno Fernandes is not a possession-based player. Let's get that clear. Rashford is not a position-based player. Let's get that clear. Højlund, not really. He's more like a counter-attacking. The players, like Mason Mount, they're counter-attacking type players. Rashford is a counter-attacking type player. Bruno is a counter-attacking right player, although he's not fast, but he can transition balls quick. It's me. Who else? Martial is a position-based striker. I believe like that again, like I said. I've said this last season. I said this last year. I said last year that Martial, as mentioned in this video, if he kept himself fit, would be the textbook striker to suit the system of Erik Ten Hag. And I mentioned reasons why that is early in this video. Who else? Garnacho? No. Those are counter-attacking players. They're not no position-based players. So out of all of that, and of course I didn't mention this squad name by name because I didn't want this video to be a 15-hour video, but the fact is this, man. If the players don't suit your system, you need to get them out or they're going to get you out. Because you're going to be playing yourself in a rat hole that you can't come out of. And the rat hole that you're going to play yourself that you can come out of is that the players that you play, they're going to get you sacked. Because number one, you're stubborn, man. You're stubborn in your ways. I was about to say wicked ways, but he's not wicked, at least. Not that I know of, is me. And I don't care if he's wicked. I care about what this guy does for my club. Yeah, man, your stubborn ways go get you a landslide, man. Your stubborn ways is going to be your pitfall. And it's like, if you have, I think this, bro. If you want to be a great manager, you have to have adaptability. And it may sound contrary because I just mentioned that as a manager, you need to stick with your guns and your style of play. Yes, but my thing is this. If your style of play don't work against a low block, you have to go change. This is where you might need players that can break down the defense. This is where players that have IQ, football IQ, can pass the ball to break the lines of the defense, break them down slowly. It's like playing a game of chess. You see me? Not the game of checkers. You're playing chess when you're playing against low block. Now, if it's a high line, you can play a counter-attacking football. I mean, you can still play a possession-based football, because hell, Barcelona has done it with Pep Guardiola. High line, low line, side still gets smashed. Man City did it. They still smash sides because they have players to break down the side. They have players. They have alternate players. That's why, in my opinion, Rashford should be kept on the bench. Although I wanted Rashford so a couple of years back. You still need your counter-attacking players in the squad because again, when it comes on to different profiles of sides, playing low block is me playing condensed, compact. You're going to need an integrated, different amount of players to break down the side. Man, this is going to be my longest video in a while, but it's needed to be said, man. I needed to get to the nitty-gritty of this problem, so it's going to be a long video. But I'm gonna finish soon. I don't want this video to be a eulogy, but I'm gonna finish. But again, this is a serious matter. These certain players are needed. Yes, you need a counter-attacking players. But dude, man, if you're looking to start these players on a regular basis, and they're contrary, they're 180 degrees to what you want these players to do, instead of, quote unquote, your self-play, then you need to go sell these. Number one, sell these players. Or if you're going to keep them, put these players on the bench. Put them on the bench. Don't start them. Use them as impact substitutions. Because like Luton versus Liverpool today, I was surprised when Liverpool didn't score no goals against Luton. Then I go check the lineup and I saw Darwin Núñez starting up top. Darwin Núñez is not the striker to be starting against Luton away. He's not the striker to start against Luton away. This is the striker that you start in a home game against a high line. This is the striker you want. This is not the striker you want. I mean, hell. Okay. Darwin Núñez can be played against a low block. Crossing the balls, he can header the goal, score, bam, right? But if you're looking to play this guy, to involve him in the game, to play the ball at his foot, he can't even control it. He can't control it. If you're looking to control the game, you don't want him in the build-up like that. He's going to break the build-up and the possession is going to be broken down and the side is going to attack you. So all of this is very deep, man. Again, bro, it's a lot of different tree branches of thought when it comes on to Erik Ten Hag staying. If Erik Ten Hag stays, one of those branches is that give Erik Ten Hag time to stay and employ his system like Arteta. Give him time to see what this guy's about. Another branch is that if you go give this brethren more time, he's going to waste money on dead players that won't suit the quote-unquote system that he wants. The third branch is that if you go keep this brethren, certain players, number one, they're going to fall out with him because it's like there's no communication there. It's like he's autistic or something. And I have nothing against autism, person with autism. I've worked with autistic people. It's me. But the level of communication is not there. His stubbornness, another branch, is going to be his downfall. It's me. So all of the, and there's a lot of more three branches of thoughts as to whether this guy should stay in or be given more time or out, be seen out. Leave your comments down in the comment section. I've been preaching for 53 minutes right now. A brother could have gone on because it's me, I'm from that background, but leave your comments down in the comment section, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below. Hit that bell as well so that you can be notified on new fresh additional content. And with that being said, leave your comments down below in the comment section. Like and subscribe. I'm out.